Okay, hello Guardians, this is Beard versus the World. I'm Hunter V, and I am gonna show videos of me completing the first 4 bounties of the new House of Wolves that's available in the tower after you do the 1.2.0 update. Petra is in the area with the Iron Banner, so like in the back of the tower. The bounties are time released. Considering it was supposed to come out Tuesday, so day one, there's a day 1 bounty, a day 2 bounty, a day 3 bounty, a day 4 bounty, and a day 5 bounty, and I want to say a day 6 bounty. I was able to do day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4 in about an hour. So I got videos of all this. 2 new things to introduce. You get to use a SCORCH cannon. It's pretty dope. And then there's a new pike. It's called a giant pike. It shoots grenades out and it shoots like cannons versus it's shooting like a plasma cannon before it actually shoots like huge plasma balls that make people disintegrate. So the first bounty I went after was I had to kill a Baroness at the Forgotten Shore. So let's get into that. So I'm just showing you the bounties. There's 3 bounties there, and the first one I'm going after is on the Forgotten Shore. Hunt Drevis Wolf Baroness. So let me fast forward a little bit. So I'm just searching around the Forgotten Shore for. I wasn't sure how this dropped. I wasn't sure if this was like a public event or what. So I'm just searching around, looking everywhere, trying to find this. I spent quite a long time looking for this. Right now, about 5 minutes just looking. I'm going all around, looking all around. I did some bounties. Okay. There we go. Let me back up a little bit. So I'm making sure I'm in the right spot. I'm looking over for. Skip a little further forward. Nice and slow. Okay, right there. You go back just a second. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Okay, if you see on top of my super bar, it says a pack of wolves is prowling. When you're in the area, that's going to pop up just like the Crota sword thing pops up. Once that pops up, you need to start looking around. They're just going to, for this area, they're just going to spawn. Play that out. A bunch of majors are going to spawn. Look at the different colors. So now they're like blue. So they all go in there. Now I get wiped out pretty fast. So I'm like, oh shit, this is serious. So I better make sure I'm a level 32. So now I start getting my good stuff on. Okay, now I gotta get back to where it is. I drop a heavy synth. Let me get back into it. Trying to figure out where I'm at. There it is. So I go back in there. And those are the SCORCH captains. You need to kill those to get the SCORCH cannons. Those are going to show up in every single bounty. Oh, there it is. So this thing has 2 fire modes. It took me a little while to figure out. That's why I threw that grenade. I was trying to figure out how to do the other fire mode. Okay? The way you do the other fire mode is that when you shoot it with your regular trigger just like you shoot a weapon. But when you shoot it, you don't let go. I'll figure it out in a second. There we go, right there. Hear that humming? And then once you let go of the trigger, it blows up. The longer you hold on to the trigger, the more massive the explosion will be. And I got wiped again. But your Scorch Cannon does not go away. The Scorch Cannon doesn't go away until you run out of rounds. I was kind of hoping he'd revive me there, but he didn't. But there's only 2 of us, and he's a level 25. So he ends up leaving, and I'm having to fight the Baroness all by myself. I recommend to you, save the Scorch Cannons until you get to the main guy. I got something to show you real quick. Let me see. Right there, look at that. The captains are invisible now. They have invisible captains. You thought vandals were scary when they're invisible? Now captains are scary. Now captains can go invisible. Look at that. He doesn't revive me again, which now I'm starting to get annoyed. So now I'm just busting out Gallahorn. I'm just laying into everything with Gallahorn. Now the other guy left. So now I'm by myself. And there she is. There's the Baroness that I gotta kill. I kind of wish I would have saved my rockets. Now watch this. It hardly does any shield damage. And she gets her shield back pretty instantaneously. Now, I am not able to do this on my own. Nobody else shows up. I'm not able to do this on my own. So I switch my stuff around. I get my Fatebringer out. I go into her some more. I'm just not able to drop her shield down at all. So you really need to make sure that you have friends with you, or if there's other people with you, okay? So this goes on for about 2 more minutes until I get to the point. This is the wolves grow weary of this fight. All right. Once it says that, you only have about 10 more seconds. And then she just goes away. Look at that, my shield, the shield's hardly ever going down. Like, it's taking forever for the shield to go down. Maybe you have a minute left. She just goes away. So I'm like, oh crap. I didn't mean to do that, I meant to sit down. It's oh crap. Luckily, hold on a second. Luckily, not that far after, it actually started up again. This time she's still in the Forgotten Shore, but now she's in a different area. It's right. I was over there earlier, but now I'm here. But this time I have like 3 or 4 other people with me. But there's one guy with me right now, but more people show up. We kind of just go through this thing over and over again. Until she's almost done. This is when we start laying into her. See, there's like 3 of us now. No, there's 4 of us now. So when there's 4 of you, she can't get her shield back, and she's definitely going out a lot faster than she was before. Now, I didn't notice this before. I didn't notice when this happened. Let me see. Hold on. Right there. See above my super bar, it says Ether Key, 1:24 left. At this point, you need to start running around looking for a chest with a yellow light shooting out of it. That is House of Wolves stuff. That's House of Wolves engrams, and it has some other ammo packs, stuff like that in it. I ended up finding two of these when I did 2 other missions. But you have 1 minute and like 40 seconds to find this chest. Once you find this chest, you can open it. After the 1:40 seconds, the chest goes away, so you can't have it anymore. The engrams you get from this chest, the Cryptart cannot decrypt yet. You have to wait till the House of Wolves drop. So we got this one. Now I'm going to go to the Skywatch and Earth. I'm going to go to the Skywatch and Earth and find the other one. So now I just head over to the Skywatch. You pretty much just have to go the same way you would go for Omnigul. Just shoot through there. Okay, say no, I'm in the Skywatch. It takes a while. It's a time thing, just like the Sword of Crota. So you just kind of gotta hang around until it just pops up. Okay, let's look for it. I spent a lot of time just waiting around. There it is. Now it popped up. Luckily, there was like 4 other people here, able to go through it. Okay. So it's relatively easy to find these things. It's not hidden at all. You know, it tells you on the bounty exactly what area of the map it's going to be on. All you got to do is wait around, just like you would wait around for the Sword of Crota. Okay. There's no new weapons in this one. Scorch Cannon, just like before. You can see people using it. Remember, to hang on the trigger, you shoot the mine out. Just hang on to it, and the longer you hang on to the trigger, it charges up the mine, so it becomes a bigger blast. Once you want to let go of it, it does a huge blast, or you can just shoot it regular, just like a regular rocket. There's no tracking on it or anything like that. So we go. So this time we have to kill a Separate's Prime. Okay, this time I actually do notice the Ether Key. And I'm like, oh shit, what is that? You know? So I'm looking all over the place for it, We ended up not finding it. Then I ended up going to, that's not it. It has a yellow glow coming out of it. And I look everywhere for it. I didn't know it was yellow at this point. I just knew that, yeah, I had to look for something, and I looked it up on Google, and that's when I found out it's a yellow thing sticking out of it. But I'm looking over the place for this thing. None of us ended up finding it. So as you can see, some of them are times they're really hard to find. But it's gonna be a yellow beam shooting out of it. Okay. So that's that one. Alright. Now this time I need to go to Venus. I need to go to, where do I need to go? I need to go to the Citadel in Venus. So if you don't know how to get to the Citadel, you go where all the Vex are in Venus. if you ever do the Minotaur, like the Vex Major bounty, you go to there. So I'll just fast forward this. So I cut to the left, I go around, I go here, I look for it, I look for it, I look all around, I gotta wait like 5-10 minutes. A thing comes in, the public event, sacrifice Vex, and right when this comes in, lo and behold, it pops up. So this one you just keep dropping cow ships. And this one you just gotta kill a drag major, which it's still pretty hard. But see, it's charging, so I just let go of it. So last while, so this time I actually wait. I don't use my rounds as much as I used before. I kind of let it wait a little bit. I make sure I have about 4 or 5 rounds left for when this thing actually shows up. Okay, where is he? I just want to see if I could actually use a super when I had the Scorch Cannon. You cannot. The Scorch Cannon doesn't have a super. It's not like the Sword of Crota, where the Sword of Crota has a super. And it's not like the Relic. The Relic has a super. The Relic has a super also. But as you can see, it's a pretty good onslaught, so you really cannot do this by yourself. There he is, right there. That little drag right there. I'm just charging it up, letting it go. It takes a pretty good chunk out of their life. It actually does a lot better than the Gallahorn, I think. It's specifically made for the fallen majors. I think that mechanic's really cool. So as you can see, I got another one, and this time I start looking for the ether key, or looking for the chest. So I look all around, I look all around. Now I know it's yellow. I gotta look for a yellow chest. And boom, there it is. Right there. So it's, I mean, it's pretty noticeable if you see it. It definitely sticks out. Open it up. I get a blue engram, but as you can see, someone did find a legendary engram. So we got that. So I end up looking to see, because I'm not sure how many chests pop up. I'm not sure if just one chest pops up or what. But I only found one chest. Okay. So at this point, I have 3 bounties of the first 3 days, and I decide I want to turn it in now. So at this point, I head to the tower. And right here, you're going to see something. That's totally new looking. And it says I have no engrams to turn in, but I know I have engrams. Right there. So that means those are the engrams I got from that yellow chest. So I have to wait to May 14th or May 19th to turn in those engrams to him, and then I'll get House of Wolf stuff. Hopefully to turn into a legendary. We'll see, but I haven't got a legendary yet engram, but now I turn it in. But now I notice when I turn it in, I'm like, so I turn 3 in. I'm like, damn, I'm close. all of a sudden another one shows up. That wasn't available earlier, so I must have just missed the time. I must have just went over a time thing. So now the day four is available. So now I go on to do day 4. And this one's also on Venus, but this one's in the Ember Caves. That's pretty much the way you go to get to the Archon Priest. So now I head to Venus, and this is where it starts to get real exciting. This is where it gets cool, actually. Okay, so fallen thing pops up. Okay, here we go. Is this? Let me find it. Okay, right there I noticed there's a pike in there, and I'm like, there's never a pike in there. So I go in there and I see this, and it says ride heavy pike. I'm like, what is this? So I'm like, oh shit. You see that thing? So I'm seeing what it can do. I'm seeing what it can do. Uh-oh, it shoots little grenades out, kind of like the Fallen Walker does. So you do that with the bumpers. So you shoot it normal with the triggers, and you shoot that with the bumpers. Now, these other guys, where's he at? Where's the other guys that are here too? These start hating on me. Look at this dude. He's hating on me. He's like just shooting at it. They hate us because they ain't us. Look at that. Look at those skills. He's just shooting at it like it's going to blow up or something. He doesn't know. It's not going to blow up from him shooting at it. If I wasn't on it, it'll blow up. So now I just start, you know, start doing some and one tricks. But I gotta make sure my boost is good to go. But this thing right here is awesome. Like stuff like this, they didn't even talk about in the reveal. Like these bounties coming out early, this heavy pike. None of this stuff was talked about. Okay, so I just kill stuff for a while. And eventually the stuff shows up. Yeah, all this stuff shows up. I end up getting kicked out the orbit, which was really annoying because I was really close. I ended up getting kicked out the orbit really soon. Oh, no, I don't. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Where is it? See, I get kicked to orbit. So I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta fly back in. So I end up finding it again. End up doing it. So all this stuff is relatively easy if you have other people with you. I have 2 other people with me for this part, so it's not, you know, it's not that bad. But definitely, you want to get these knocked out of the way as soon as you can, because the longer you wait, the less chance you are going to have people to help you. So once we get done with this one, another ether key thing shows up. So me and this guy are looking for it. You know, these things, I don't know if they're gonna. There it is, all the way out there in the distance. You can see it right there, all the way out there in the distance. I still don't notice it. I end up finding it though. And this time the heavy pike didn't spawn. So the heavy pike is not always going to spawn every time there's an event. So I have 30 seconds left, and there it is. I see it again. I get a blue engram again. I don't get any legendary yet, so I found it. And now I'm like, okay, cool. I'm definitely gonna make level 1 now. Alright. So now I'm just gonna fly to the tower again. I get there. Now again, I try to turn in these engrams, and I can't turn in the new engrams. Those are the engrams that I had before, but the engrams that are still there, it won't let me decrypt them yet because they're House of Wolves engram. There's one right there, and there's another one right there. So it's not like a glitch or anything. You just can't decrypt them until May 19th when actual House of Wolves drop. But so far, we get to see the Scorch Cannon, and we got to see the Heavy Pike. The Heavy Pike is awesome. I think the only place that pikes ever show up is on Venus, so I don't know if the Heavy Pike will show up in other places. But the Heavy Pike is awesome. If you can get to the Heavy Pike, to me, is way cooler than the Scorch Cannon. I'm not sure if it's faster than other pikes, but it's definitely more destructive than other pikes. And I want to know if that is going to be part of the Crucible with the vehicles on it. If that Heavy Pike's going to be part of that, because they do have that big vehicle on the one Crucible map where you can lay waste of stuff. It's a huge like tank thing. But at this point, I'm like, okay, what do I want to buy? And I end up not buying anything, so I want to buy the shader once I reach rank 2. But yeah, there's still 2 more, so there's a day 5 and a day 6 that I still got to be able to get. But yeah, that's the first 4 House of Wolf bounties completed. They're pretty cool. I'm gonna go through. I got 2 more guys. I gotta go through it again, and I'm gonna do it again. So, like always, I'll put my description. I'll put my gamer tag, Twitch account, and I actually just started a Twitter account too. So I'll put Twitter on there also. All right, that is pretty much it, I believe. Yep. All right. Hope you enjoy it. I mean, I just want to hurry up and get this together. It's pretty exciting stuff. The stuff they're adding looks so nice. The stuff they're adding to this thing. So, all right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.